So this is our last session on quantum physics based the series that we have been talking about to understand how meditation works. Though we can go in deeper and a lot more subtopics, but as a bundle to understand briefly how everything functions, how our body functions. We have gone through that, how the brain function, how we can bring change in our life, how we can have coherence between heart and brain, different glands that we have. So let's talk about what are these energy centers, or what we call chakras. So first of all, just to clarify, when we say chakra meditation, and we means, at least from my point of view, from myself, I do not intend to reflect Kundalini. So I just want to separate those two, because Kundalini is a very critical topic. It's something that I would say, when you get into chakra, just stay with chakras. Don't get into too much Kundalini unless you have a very good guru or someone who can guide you personally, not online, not just listening to a video and all, because if it really gets activated, it's not easy to manage unless you have proper guidance. So when we talk here, we are only talking about your energy centers, your chakras. And there are many terms, many things: chakra yoga or Kundalini yoga, Kundalini meditation, Kundalini awakening, all those things which you can find. But however, my word of advice is always be careful. Unless you are with a great master, this is not a thing that is easy to just, even yoga, when we say don't do the advanced yoga, looking at the YouTube video and just doing it, you can do more harm than good. And that's why we say it's always good to learn, if possible in person, but at least in guidance with the master. And Kundalini certainly is one of those, because it is extremely powerful. So anything extremely powerful, you better be sure what you are doing. So we'll get along on this topic of chakras or energy centers. So let's recap the energy center basic, and why it is important, where it is coming from. So our body is nothing but a bundle of energy, right? We may see physical, like bone, tissues, and we may feel that, oh, it's a solid body. But actually, if you see the smallest level, we say, whether we go for atom, whether we go for cell on a cellular level, 99.99% is emptiness. Emptiness in terms of, when you think, you will not say it's solid, because it's 99.99% empty. How can it be solid? Like, from our general conception, right? But still, when you feel it, you feel the bone, the skin. It's difficult to understand how can it be empty when it feels like solid. Whether it's anything, iron, copper, steel, of course, it seems solid. But inside, cellular level, 99.99% emptiness. And what is this emptiness? Energy. So that's why everything, we can take it as a form or bundle of energy. Now, when we look at our brain, if you recall, right at the beginning, we said you could divide your brain into 19 different sectors. Scientifically, these 19 sectors represent different functionalities. So without getting into too much biological detail, that what are the names, how they function, it's just enough to understand that there are different sections and they are responsible for different functioning of the brain. If these different sectors are fighting with each other, they are going in different directions. One says goes left, one says, no, I want to go right. That means there is incoherence. Incoherence means there is no moving together. There is no working togetherness. Everybody going in their own direction. So if brain does not fire cohesively or togetherness or oneness, that means the systems, whether it's your cardiovascular system, respiratory system, blood, muscular, doesn't matter what, the systems will be confused too in your body because the brain is confused. If the brain is sending different signal to different system, we cannot have a coherent body, a coherent system. And when these systems are not moving in the same direction, then we say, oh, there is a lot of confusion, lot of incoherence, means basically diseases. So when our body is functioning properly in optimum situation, means heart and brain is together, different sections of brain together, we say, okay, we are in a cohesive or coherent state. That means health, which is represented here. Like imagine, the waves going in the same direction, very rhythmic pattern. But when everything is jumbled up, everything is, in a confused state.
Right, sir.
Yeah. So when they are in different incoherence, that means they are reflecting disease or discomfort or illness. This is the basic for energy centers. That means are those energy centers which is managing all the body functions, are they going in the same direction or are they going in different direction? So let's look at the centers. Now, there are many energy centers. You can divide it into based on their criticality, sizes. You may say there are 108. However, the main ones are 7, the primary, and then you can keep dividing. Just like you have a, say, government at the center, then you have in the state, then you have in a district. So, there are different levels of organization. Same way, our body has different levels. So here we'll talk about the main 7 chakras. The mini chakras are throughout the body, like even the fingertips, and different, your arms, elbows. There are many. However, here we will restrict to the discussion on the top 7, which is the key level, the prime level, and then of course you can divide further. So why are they called chakras or energy centers? Because there are a lot of nerves in our body. This we are going for biological reasoning. If you see from medical perspective, there are a lot of nerves. And when a lot of nerves comes and join at one particular point, we say it's an energy center. So these are 7 centers in our body where a lot of nerves comes and join together. So it's not somebody just picked thousands of years ago and they described this as an energy center for no reason. So imagine our Rishi Munis 5, 7, 10,000 years ago. I mean, they had this wisdom, how our body functions. So the numbering starts from the bottom. You start from the root chakra or Muladhara. Then we go to Swadhisthana or sacral, the number 2, which is roughly 2 inches below your navel point. Then you go to solar plexus, very critical, or Manipura, which is 2 inches above your navel point. So bottom of the spine is number 1, root, Muladhara. 2 inches below your navel is sacral or Swadhisthana. 2 inches above your navel point is solar plexus or Manipura. These 3 are the center for consumption, means they are taking the energy. Most of the people spend most of their lives having energy stuck in these three. But if you want creation, development, you have to take your energy to the top four. That means from Manipura, it has to move to your heart, number 4, which is Anahata. From there, if you continue moving to the throat, number 5, which is Vishuddhi. So you have to continue working and move the energy up. Then comes your third eye, number 6, Agnya Chakra. And then the 7th, which is your crown master, which is Sahasrara. So these are our 7. If you see from the biological or scientific perspective, the English name, like we said about, but the reasoning is that these are the places where a lot of nerves are coming together, and these are associated with master gland or major glands. So pituitary is master gland, which is crown chakra. Pineal gland, we know, third eye, thyroid. So these are, you see, it's not just random places where nerves are coming together. These are major glands in our body. And to understand it a little more, you can see their influence. So if you start in the reverse order, number 7, the crown chakra or Sahasrara, it is the master gland. Pituitary gland controls all the glands in the body. It is giving directions. So no wonder we say the crown 7, the reason it is called crown means it is the master. Because biologically, pituitary gland is controlling all the glands. That means everything happening in your body is in a way controlled by your crown chakra. Pineal gland right after that. So pituitary is also controlling pineal, but pineal, third eye, is controlling our day and night, circadian rhythm, what we say. It creates melatonin or serotonin. When the night comes, sunset takes place, the body knows sun goes out, it's time to relax. So body means here pineal gland switches the production of serotonin to melatonin. Melatonin is a relaxing hormone. It relaxes you, puts you to sleep. The moment sun rises, the body knows, okay, it's time to be active. Body says, stop producing melatonin, change it to serotonin. Again, you need to move, you need to wake up, you need to do your work. Whether it is us or animals, it works the same way. So, moving down, Vishuddhi or thyroid, your communication. And we know how important thyroid is. Any disturbance here can really disturb your whole body if this hormone is not functioning properly. Of course, heart, we know, number 4, how critical it is. And then it goes to 3, 2, and 1, which is your adrenal gland. And most of the time, most of us are under stress. Swadhisthana, this is, you have all those digestive glands, root chakra, your sexual gland. And there is some, like if you see the functioning of these 3, you may see slight differences in different text or different people are explaining which controls what. But overall, when you see 3 together, you will find this is the spectrum that they are influencing. Let's look at it from one more point, which will explain you the beauty of this. When we were young, we heard the term Vibgyor. When we were in school, the rainbow color, we learned it as Vibgyor. Vibgyor, Vibgyor. That is how the sequence of colors are in a rainbow. What is Vibgyor? If you take the first letter of the color, so violet take V, indigo take I, blue take B, like that, G for green, Y, yellow, orange, and red. This is how Vibgyor term is formed. And you see this vigor not only in rainbow, but these chakras are reflected by these colors, and you see the violet right on the top, crown chakra. Lowest energy, if you've seen the number wise, so 1.91, the lowest is red, highest 3.1 is violet. So it explains why the root chakra is represented by red color, crown chakra energy reflected by violet, not the other way around, because crown chakra is the master, highest energy. Energy you can translate into frequency or wavelength. So it is just an energy conversion, whichever way you want to represent. So it's not like frequency wise, crown is highest means it is, no, it is inversely proportional or directly proportional, like wavelength and frequency. That's how it will depend which one is which. So wavelength is smallest, that's why frequency is highest. Root chakra, wavelength is longest, that's why frequency is lowest. But energy is simply, if you want to see, we all understand energy, lowest to highest, root chakra to crown chakra. So you see, thousands of years ago, our masters, they had the understanding. They may not have explained in terms of wavelength or frequency that we know now, but the fact is they knew it. Now, in the first three energy centers, like we were talking about, this is where most of us spend most of our life. That means we are not able to use our energy in productive purpose. So we keep saying that move up from low-level emotions like guilt, shame, some kind of trauma that you go through. Your ego, these are all low-level emotions. Move up. Up means gratitude, true love, feeling of abundance. Those are higher level elevated emotions, but that you can only be when you move to chakra number 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, it's not that we don't need first three, we need. Why? Because for survival, it is very much needed. If suppose you are in a jungle and tiger is chasing you, you have to run. You need energy in the first three chakra to fight or flight. Either you will run away or you're going to fight whatever the danger is. That's why it is important. It's not that they are not of any use. However, you need it for a certain time, but then you need to move on to your progress, your advancement, which does not happen if you are always in these three. Quickly reviewing the pineal gland, which is so important for us. All, you have heard about mystic experiences and whatnot. So you see a red dot, which is right behind. So if you see at the back of your head, you will see this red dot here. This is where, so pretty much center of your head and going from both directions. So in between the eyebrows, if you go in, somewhere in the middle of your head at the back, this is the size of a rice. Such a small, however, imagine how critical it is. Pituitary, which is the master gland, which is again pretty much same direction from between the eyebrows and go inside, but it is about say 2 inches to the front. It's not when we say crown means it is sitting on the top, but the whole top part is hypothalamus. This whole part of the brain is hypothalamus. That's why it is called crown, and we reflect in terms of height as if it is here and Agnya or third eye is here, but actually they are kind of aligned. It's only a matter of couple of inches, like in terms of forward, backward, and the height. And this master gland is the size of a pea, just like matar ke dane, like such a small in terms of size, but you see it's controlling the whole body. Size of a pea, such a small thing, but it controls, it influences the whole, all the major glands, that means the major parts of the body. So your endocrine system, the whole gland network, It's a system that is producing different hormones. The glands are producing hormones. Why? These are the messengers to different systems, to different body parts, to tell them what to do, how to do. They are responsible for functioning, which happens automatically. You don't tell the body, change my body temperature or change the pH of my blood or change this. No, body does it automatically. How? These glands are transmitting that direction to that organ. So our lungs understand what to do when. The kidney knows what to do when. We don't tell them. It goes in the bloodstream. It goes to all the parts of the body and give the message all the way up to cellular level. So when we are talking about chakra meditation, we want our body to be in coherence, aligned. Again, why? Because when the body has this excess energy, which was stuck in the first three chakras, now the body can make use of this energy. So when you increase your self-esteem, that means you are coming out of the feeling of lowness. You know, you're blaming yourself, or you hate, or you say, I cannot do this, all kind of negativity. Now you are going into creativity. Now you are confident that I can do this. You feel whole. You feel abundant that, yes, I deserve it. I can do it. This happens when the moment you take the energy from 3 to 4, and then of course all the way up, but the moment you cross this barrier, now this energy is there for you. So what happens when you do this? You all of a sudden have positive energy. You feel love, you feel gratitude, you feel abundance, all the positive things. And what is going away? All the guilt, the shame and pain and all that. You feel blissful, you feel blessed. Now, what do you want to do? You want to bring all the positive energy, positive thoughts. Fill your heart with this positivity. Remove any doubt, remove any fear, frustration, shame, guilt, all those kind of things. So, how you are doing? Just by your thoughts alone. There's no physical, there's no pill that you're going to take. Thoughts alone. So, as you do meditation, this consciousness or the cosmic energy that we say, you are, every inhale brings you this cosmic energy. And what it is doing, it is healing you. It is filling you up and helping your energy chakras to either grow in size or align themselves. Any medical condition can be either eliminated, suppressed, removed, or you can avoid if you don't have one by aligning. Why? Because then your body is working optimum. Performance, and body knows how to fix things. You don't have to tell the body. Body can take care of it, provided we let the body do what it is supposed to do. So what do? We focus one energy center or one chakra at a time. Each, like we have seen in the chart, energy center has a particular frequency. That's why it works slightly differently, because the energy is changing, frequency is changing. You will see as you do more and more, you become more giving rather than, just thinking of everybody should give me this or I have more. Now your heart is open. Now you start sharing, whether it is your wisdom, whether it is your wealth, whether it is any kind of thing, the way you can help others. You tend to help others, which in a way is helping you to doing more and more. Your autonomous nervous system works beautifully, optimum range. That means the system knows what to do, how to do, and it's working. Fixing things before even you realize there is a problem. And as the energy keeps going up, the body works better and better. Now, as per Egyptian, there is another eighth chakra, which we don't say in terms of Ayurveda, which is Ka, which is about 1.5 feet, right? About 16 inches or 18 inches above your head. You know, when this opens up, they say you are ready to receive energy from the universe. So there are, again, different ways we can look into it, but pretty much as you align, you do better. Now, how do you do? Or when you do, you focus, like we said, one chakra at a time. Initially, you may not feel anything, but trust me, very soon, you will feel the energy. It's difficult to explain or difficult to even understand how I'm going to feel the energy, but you will. There will be sensation. And as we go from chakra to chakra, the sensation will be different. It's so interesting because the frequency is different. And only your feeling will tell you. There is no other way. But you have to trust the process. Do it regularly. Whether you do once a week and rest of the days, you can say, I will do my breath meditation, which is absolutely fine. Or whether you do initially all 5 days or morning, evening, totally up to you, what you want. So the latest research says that it is really difficult to understand when we talk about the blood veins, which is carrying the blood to each cell, which has hormones, which has instructions. Because the veins are bigger than the individual cells. So veins do not go to each and every cell. They go to an area, but then they stop. So how every cell is getting instruction when hormone is not reaching there? And that is where this whole energy, the light concept comes into play. And that is why when you are aligning your energy by chakra meditation, you improve the signal going to each and every cell. Body has its own light, its own energy. And that's why in meditation, when you connect to yourself, your inner self, you are improving that behavior, that combination, that functioning. So what happens is when we feel negative, when we overreact, you are drawing this energy, this light. It's like, a battery pack, a power pack or backup battery. You consume your energy more if you're more negative. That means your defense mechanism is shrinking. Result, illness, disease, some physical, mental, emotional impact. But when you think positive, when you're working in the right direction, you will see your energy going up. Now, how can we measure? There are different ways. There are different instruments. One is biowell, but there are other ways as well. It's based on Kirlian photography. It's not aura. Don't take it as aura, but it is the body energy field that you get in the scan. You can see before and after doing meditation, that how your energy centers get aligned, which is better, how their size goes little up. Not too much. Too much is also not good. Too less is not good. There's an optimum range. And then you will see your body energy is getting more harmonized, which is reflecting your health. There is a Heart Math Institute from Australia, which is also an excellent institute, and they have their measurement system, which will measure your coherence. And it can tell you how good is your meditation, how good is your inner, you can say, status. So there are different, whether Heart Math, biowell, there are so many instruments, but don't worry if you say, hey, I don't have access to any of these. Don't worry. Your feeling is enough to tell you. That will come a bit after practice. That means keep doing it and you will understand it. How that when we say you'll have a feeling when you move from chakra to chakra. Initially, just focus on the location. You understand the location, trust the system, feel it, even if you don't have any feeling. And slowly you will start You may start with 1 or 2 chakras, but it will keep increasing. So don't worry, even if you do not have any feeling initially, it will come, but it will align. It will improve the cohesiveness inside you. So that was about chakra meditation, which also ends our discussion on quantum physics as a first basic module to help you understand how meditation functions, how it brings good optimized energies in your body and health.